Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are enjoying the daily videos that I'm dropping to you. I promise that I'm gonna be, giving you guys a lot of videos in 2020, and that's what we're doing. And in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how you can get some really nice and live drums in FL Studio, and I'm gonna show you the track that I have open right now in my FL Studio that I made. And I kind of wanted my drums to be more live, like kind of band played, and I used only FL Studio sounds in this track. But I'm going to show you how you can use this technique, and I'm going to show you another trick on how you can actually get them mixed already and kind of pre-worked on before you actually start doing anything. So this is the track that I have, so I'm just going to play a little bit of the track so you can hear the state that it's in, and then we're going to start all the way from the beginning. I'm going to show you how you can compose and get those drums yourself. Sounds amazing, right? Now let me just play you this section over here. That's kind of like the break part of the track. Sounds amazing, sounds good. And before we get into it, I just want to highlight that these chords are very simple chords that I used here. It's just this chord progression that I have over here. So if you notice, these are the same chords. So if I copy this and put it here, and I copy these as well, and I just drag them here, you can see that it's the same chords that I was just repeating. So it's nothing special, but this sounds good. Simplicity is everything. And then the other layer that I have is the same chords, but I just added a strum effect. So you can make your chords strum by just pressing Alt S, and then you get the strumizer. That's how you can actually get this effect. So that's how I made my sound like that. So that's the sound that I layered to kind of give that lush sound. But I have a video on how to make chords more lush. I have a video, I'm gonna pin it up on this video. But we're here to talk about drums. So all these drums are coming from FPC. Funny enough, I know a lot of guys look down on FPC, but it's actually a pretty good plugin, especially when you're trying to make live drums. I always use it when I'm trying to make a live drum. So these are my drums. Nothing special. That's exactly what I was just using. But for my kick, I did layer a sub underneath my kick. This was the sub that I layered so that my kick drum can sound like this. So without the sub, it sounds like this. It doesn't have so much low end, but I had to add a little bit of some sub harmonic frequencies just to give it a little bit of a kick, just for it to sound like that, so that it sounds a little bit good. And then that's just the snare, and then that's the hat, and that's the pattern in the hat. So these are my hats, and you can see here I played around with the velocity of the hats so that they kind of have a nice groove, like as if to get that live groove, that live feel in them. And then that's it. That's just how my drums sound like. But I'm going to show you how you can get these drums. So this is how they play when they're together. So they kind of have that band feel, that band groove to them. If you really want to make nice soulful music, you need to add that kind of a band feel. Then if you add the chords, sounds like this. And my bass line was also in Nexus. It was the basic square patch. Nice and simple. Okay, so basically what you want to do to get these drums is let me just start a new from template. So you come into new from template, and then you go to utility, and then you'll find a template called the drum mix. That's the one that you want to load up. And I'm going to load that. I'm just not going to save that because I already messed with it. And then it's going to, you know, start off your track like this. So FBC comes with drum sounds loaded already. But the most important thing to note is that all these sounds are being routed into a mixer track. So you can see my mixer is responding when I play all these sounds. And they already have some mixing done. You can see there's an EQ and a compressor. So they're already kind of processed. And they're already kind of worked on already, and they're going into a drum mix with an EQ and a sound goodizer. So you already have your sounds going good. So if you want to now work on this, what you can just do is let's make a quick drum, you know, a drum pattern quick. I'll just make something like that. Just drop down this hat. Just add some of this ride. So what's nice about this FBC is that you can actually replace these sounds. So let's say, for instance, if I don't like this kick, I can modify it because I have some modifiers. If I want to make it short, I can maybe just play with the envelope. Just make it shorter. But if I actually want to change it and I don't like it and I want to throw in another kick sound, let me pick something from my Deep House sample pack. Maybe I want to add that. I can just drag and drop it here and then drop another one. So it's easy to replace these sounds. And let's say I want to replace my hat. I'm just going to go into hi-hats. Drop that one. I want to replace my cymbal. Find something like that. There we go. It's that simple. It's that simple for you to replace all these sounds. And let me replace this side stick with maybe a clap. This one. And you can hear the drums are coming out processed already and sounding really good. And then I can just drop them into my my playlist and, you know, start my arrangement. And if you want, you can actually just start building up your drums like in their own patterns. Like if you want to add, I can just add another pattern over here, and then, you know, I can just maybe add something else. Just add the patterns in here. Then if I want to control the volume of this high tom, I just come up here and I just drop the volume down. Really powerful and really intense drums already. And now let me add something, a plugin that will just give me some nice keys. I'm gonna load in my FL keys, and I'm just gonna make something real nice and simple, and just drive this whole point home. something like that. Let me record that. Oops, I wasn't recording that. Let me just make sure that notes is being recorded. Record again. 1, 2, go. There I have my chords. If I want these to go lower, obviously I can just drop them down. And I can drop down some of the sound good eyes. I don't use sound good eyes, often. I think it's too harsh. And tweak some of the compression. Loosen it up a little bit because I feel it's too tight. So you can do so much with FPC, and you can get all sorts of drums and all sorts of drum grooves that you might actually use, because if you come to this drop down menu, you can actually add a groove. You can see that groove I just added just now. So you see you have a drop down menu here where you can actually pick out grooves. These are all grooves that you can actually add to FPC. So you have hip hop loops, you have rock, trip hop, and all sorts of stuff that you can add, and drum and bass, and all kinds of stuff that you can use, and whatever, you can just throw them in. And some of them are not pretty good, but you just try and find something that will sound nice for you. So you can just cycle and find a template that works for you. And I kind of like this one, so maybe I can just edit it a little bit. So don't underestimate the drums of FPC. It's a really amazing stock plugin that comes with a variety of sounds, and it also has MIDI loops that you can get, because it has a whole library of loops that you can use and pick out from, no matter what style you're making. If you trying to make something jazzy, something glitchy, hip hop, some funk loops or whatever, you just pick out whatever kind of a groove, a MIDI, a patch that you can load in. If you want some percussion loops, you can also throw that in there. So it's really powerful, what this FPC can do. And if you're looking for that really nice live sound for your soulful music, then this is definitely the way to go. I use it all the time. And an alternative that I've used to use before, when I'm trying to make something soulful, is that I would use propeller head Reason. But I like to use FL Studio because that's more of my go-to software. But this is how I can get live drums in FL Studio. But I want to know what you guys think down below. I want to know if you use FPC and what's your experience with it. Leave a comment down below, and I'm gonna check you guys out in my next video. And if you're a fan of Soulful, also let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to drop me a like. It really supports and helps the channel and shows people that you really like the content that I'm dropping. Remember, if you're new here, you can subscribe to my channel so that you continue to see my content. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm X, and I'm out. Peace.